should have gotten it for myself, but now they go X-Borg.
Rio the comfort hero.
Alright. X-Borg. I mean, it's nice that we head on to the Land of Dawn to witness,
Welcome to Mobile
again,
Legends.
another amazing battle between these two squads. The testament is definitely real this time around for Smart Omega, as they've already taken game number 1.
I completely understand though why they would go this route. Omega has historically valued going for comfort instead of like overall like this works better with this.
Yeah.
They love their comfort heroes.
Maybe they're comfortable enough to let go of the Hylos because they've seen the Hylos of FALCONS APBREN in an international stage. It didn't work that well. So Smart Omega opted to go for a better XP lane matchup this time around against SnapTZ so that they have an answer against Theresa with CalTZ. Alright, Andoryu was able to steal that Little Wonder against CalTZ.
Right, and to be fair, in the early game, Nolan does beat out damage output of a Hayabusa by a mile, especially with fracture procs, right? So it's not that far-fetched, but at the same time, we might see things change maybe around level 7, level 8, where CalTZ could make a lot more stuff happen.
Yep. Speaking about damage, you've already touched on Andoryu having more damage than the Hayabusa, especially in the early game. But also the constant source of damage from the X-Borg will be a big problem in this turtle fight. I mean, as early as it is now, it's not a big concern, but it's still a lot of like spill damage coming up from Smart Omega.
Oh yeah.
But your main concern is that, yeah, sure, you have a stronger late game with the Claude and the Hayabusa, but the other players, they're not going to have fun playing against this X-Borg in the later stages of the game.
Essentially, the Omega lineup is more mid, right? Mid-game. Everything is mid-game. Like, X-Borg's mid-game, Nolan's mid-game, even the Aurora's mid-game, and the Roger.
Ouch.
So, there you go. Your scaling is definitely better on FALCONS APBREN. But, if we talk about it, you know what? Let's see what's going to happen. Omega definitely have an advantage, but it's a high loss, man. But
it's a horse.
It's a horse.
It is the horse.
Glorious pathway.
Yep. Chakdu setting up for a potential punish here from Few on Few with a level 4. He gets the
Hey! Look at
hook.
that.
Powers there purifies out for Few.
That was a great hook, and but what we're gonna see here is the follow-up damage, follow-up fight here. Jumping in, SnapTZ misses out onto Ryota, forced to back off, but there's still some damage from FCAP here.
Yeah. What Omega did against actually what FALCONS APBREN did against the X-Borg, they did the same thing. For the Theresa, both flickers are now out for both XP laners. And Andoryu does not mind, but so does CalTZ. He goes in the mid lane, but Omega has already been able to take out Zask on Few. But again, the damage output is just much better on the side of the Barangay.
That's a nice dodge out with Ukir still surviving because of the Pride of Ice passive. As you can see, they don't need to rush out on the turtle. They can take it right after, and they are maximizing that early game power they have.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, this might be the reason why they prioritize the Aurora, the ability to fight within the early game window of FALCONS APBREN. You know, just the idea of not being afraid to die against the Hayabusa. Another hook comes in from Chakdu. Another one. He lands it again against Few.
And again, the follow-up, the what do you call this, the synergy between Chaknu and Ukir. It's really fun to watch. Every single time that Chaknu pulls someone in, they get frozen.
Yeah.
It is scary.
It is. It is hard to close the gap against Smart Omega here. There's a lot of punish that can happen. The hook from the Ruby, again the freeze from the Aurora. Even though you are rocking a Hylos and Theresa like on your composition, you get held down enough for Smart Omega, especially in the later stages of the game. You're gonna be punished heavily by the Nolan, by the X-Borg, and of course, with your HPs, getting reduced to the lower percentages, Jome is gonna have a field day.
Yeah, he's gonna have a field day for sure. Watch out for that though. Every single bush right now feels like it has a Chaknu in it, but look at Ogwen going up straight into Ukir, and again doesn't have the passive anymore. Gonna get taken out by Few with a Nightmaric Spawn. Now the fight's happening here. They still want to keep going. SnapTZ diving in, trying to go for Chaknu, but he's not able to walk out. Disrupts CalTZ mid-air. Man, oh man, Chaknu can do no wrong here. SnapTZ also getting whittled down by the X-Borg firepower. And boom goes the Dynamite with Last Insanity before Chaknu falls.
I mean, FALCONS APBREN, they did lose that fight, but OMG is definitely having fun on this horse. He was able to take out 2 heroes, one in the mid, that was Akir, and then one on Chaknu, but that was an unfortunate shadow kill from Kalfizi. Chaknu flickered towards the Nolan, and they shared the damage, and after the shadow kill, he didn't have any shadows. And Andori was able to finish the job and kill the Hayabusa.
It's super uncanny what's happening here. We're seeing fights getting disrupted left, right. People who are supposed to go down not really wanting to fall.
Steal?
And
No.
steal not going to happen here. Ryota secures it even if the retribution misses. Consistent damage coming in from the fire.
Yep. And now Smart Omega again pulling ahead against FALCONS APBREN, holding 2,000 gold more than the opposition. However, again, late game is a very different scenario here for both sides. Even though it favors FALCONS APBREN, still, this X-Borg is going to start becoming the problem.
And all of this obviously is happening with Super Marco not joining the fights yet. So maybe later it might be a different story. Right now, it's just FCAP trying to plug the holes in the sinking ship.
Oh, Norio.
And Omega just having fun with it.
Ooh, look at the damage coming out from Nolan. That's a high loss, by the way. And he brings him down to 60% HP with one combo. And Jome is just getting camped on by the Hayabusa, but Kalfizi can't do anything much about it.
Watch out here, Super Marco definitely in trouble. 4 members of Omega, just like a shark in
the
water.
BMI!
They're looking
They see
for it. They see him, and look at that. Will be a bit of a messy engage, but Ogwen keeps going. That's 4 members. He's baiting out some skills. He keeps Super Marco alive.
That's a good play from Andoryu, trying to punish Few on the Zosk. That way, they don't have to worry about FCAP chasing for that kill, because the Dominator's Ascent has been used already. And again, the gold camp continues for Smart Omega.
They also used up so many of their ultimates. Means that they can't push on this tower anymore. Means that Super Marco still has a tower to hold for his farming. And not to mention, you know what? They're also slowing down Joel.
Yeah, late game is a big problem here for FCAP, and that means working. I mean, late game is definitely a problem here for Smart Omega, and that means making sure that they have a lot of things that can be done during the window that they have. But the thing is, right now, FCAP is bullying Smart Omega away from this turtle objective.
I think this is the exact right call to make. You go for that turtle as soon as possible, because when they arrive, look at the firepower being blown away with Omega and Super Marco starting to be felt here. Kalfizi takes the turtle as well.
Yep, Jome has been trying to look for a play on the backside, but was not able to find any. And Andoryu!
Oh, boy!
Okay, the shadow back! Yeah, no ultimate, however. He's still going to be able to run away.
All right, has the exit, and Jome is also getting some gold on top side, so not a bad trade. Omega still kind of in a bad situation, though.
I think if Andoryu used the second skill towards the Hayabusa, he might have gotten a kill.
Oh,
but
was that like an opportunity he could have?
Yeah, it's an opportunity that slipped away from his hands, but again, they're still holding the gold lead, but for how long? That is the question here that FCAP is posing to Smart Omega, because you saw how Super Marco demolished that team fight against Smart Omega. Just one BMI in, and then Blazing Duet ripped apart the positioning from the Barangay.
Ukir having to be... He's relatively doing good, staying alive. Ogwen can't rush into Ukir, can't really flicker in. Right, because he doesn't have a flicker, so the high loss just has to... They're gonna see him coming from a mile away.
Yeah,
at the same time, FCAP looking at the bottom side of the...
Whoa! Wow, Andoryu!
All right!
Has a lot of heat on view!
And look at this.
Blazing Duet onto nothing.
Blazing Duet, glorious pathway. Ukir has the pride of ice. He is actually pretty okay. Here comes the clap back. Andoryu pushing it hard. FlapTZ, he's low. KyleTZ with the backup. Shadow kill into Jome. Takes out the attackers. Omega being pushed back.
That's a deep dive by Jome. Very, very greedy kill. Could have just pushed the bottom lane, but instead tried to take down the Terizla of FALCONS APBREN. It didn't work out for Smart Omega, but then again, it's a skirmish that they're willing to take. Both teams are going to be ready for the Lord. However, there's not going to be a flicker both on Jome and FlapTZ.
The gold laner is definitely taking a toll in that last one. Super Marco, though, staying relatively bulletproof.
Yep. 0 deaths onto this Claude. This means that FALCONS APBREN still has this in the late game. But now Smart Omega, they're poised to take this Lord. Very deep positioning from Andoryu. He's gonna wait for the Claude to cross this part of the map.
I wonder if this is called. I wonder if they know. Right now, it's not showing on the map.
At some point, somebody has to walk up to this purple buff. Because the Hayabusa does not have any.
That's right. Oh boy.
Oh, bottom lane, bottom lane.
Bottom lane, though, Jome getting a lot of free time on the farm.
Alright, Andoryu, will he take the purple? He does.
Great Dragon Spear. Okay, shows up, doesn't need to go for the kill anymore. Just take out that purple. He's good, he's golden. Kalteezy, no way to regenerate energy now.
Yeah, slow regeneration on the energy means less shurikens, less shadows.
Less fun.
Probably less fun, indeed. Then again, all he needs to do is make sure that the retribution is inserted at the right timing with Smart Omega. Ryota has been holding this Lord for a while now.
Yeah, he's been going non-stop back and forth. The Lord, he just wants to do his job, man. Why are you torturing him?
Yep, Chakta goes in. He has the immortality. He has a flicker. He has the set. And he is smelling for it.
He can't really.
He sees it, but he needs to smell it.
You guys smell it. And now, Ryota up on front. They're trying to rush it down. Look at the Firaga armor for Ryota. It's actually quite low. Super Marco close on the sides. Jome, he sees him. He spots him. He throws out the combo. And he misses.
Oh, look at Andoryu. Look at Andoryu.
And another one for Andoryu. I think he got spotted at Flap here.
Yep.
Look it up. Oh, Chaktu. He misses on the I'm offended. And that might be the opening that FCAP are looking for.
All right, so reset for both sides. Slow push on top lane by Jome. FALCONS APBREN, they have to send somebody over there to make sure that they deal with it. Ryota is fine, actually, dealing with his Lord alone.
Oh my god, look at the job given to this guy. He is doing it so well. Juggling the Lord back and forth, regenerating the Firaga armor non-stop.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
He does not care if he takes 3 hits. He's just gonna regenerate.
Yeah, so quickly. It's Super Marco on the sides. That's free towers.
Yeah.
So he's definitely gonna take some time before he can reach this.
All right, add more defense to the X-Borg. Immortality's now up for Ryota.
Oh my goodness, is this a go signal? They
Marco
know.
though.
They see Marco on the top side.
Oh,
They see
Flap.
Andoryu on the left.
Flap.
Taking out Flapteezy as well. He's 30%. Coming on
Share the damage.
the Hayabusa. Ryota gets the gist, or the majority, of the shadows.
All right, no shadow kill. They know that they have a window here to work with. The Claude is still gonna slow push top lane. Smart Omega, they're quite indecisive.
They're waiting
On
too
these
long.
engages. Super Marco is just taking away everything. But now, all right, they finally
They
commit.
like few. They were looking for few there, and now it's gonna be rushing. They're rushing it. They're going for it, and it's gonna be Kalteezy with a retribution, and that's a non-stop damage coming in. Super Marco from the backside with a blazing duet, misses out on Hailstone Blast. But look at Andoryu trying to make something happen, but no, he gets denied by Super Marco.
Oh, Marco still able to move away from the Lycan Pounds, and Jome and the Barangay gets punished. Andoryu was trying to look for the snipe against the Claude, but FALCONS APBREN, they take everything. And we're going to watch that again in beautiful fashion. The shadow into the retribution, the shadow of the night.
They waited too long. That's the gist of it. Look at
They
that.
did.
Super Marco arrived when everyone's just low, and it's a miracle that only one of them died.
The wind of nature, the presence of mind from Super Marco.
He even stickered after that.
I
While
mean,
he was
that's how
running.
his fast. That's how fast his hands are.
Oh
it's
my
just a flex at this point. But again, FALCONS APBREN just took kind of an amazing team fight against Smart Omega.
Falcons.
Gwen.
Hogan's on the side. He knows it can happen any moment.
Yeah, looking for a pathway, but the Lord's already finished. Lord's
Locked it
cooked.
out. Andoryu once more in a very peculiar situation.
Oh, they see them. They see him.
Ah.
No shadow though.
Yeah, Kalteezy's too fast. I don't think he's gonna catch him with a fracture combo at all. The fracture combo takes like a second to explode. And yeah, Kalteezy can shadow away at like less time.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't think he's gonna be able to catch a Hayabusa even near a bush.
Yeah, the attempts, however, is nice coming up from Andoryu. Like he He always threatens the burst damage coming off from the bushes. But they need to layer it down with the Ruby. But as of now, Chaknu, he's missed a lot of the I'm Offended plays lately. And Falcons APBREN, they're starting to build up, to pile up the farm on both the Claude and the Hayabusa.
What's the call going to be? We'll have to wait and see for Falcons APBREN though. Items look really good. And now they are the ones who are in the lead, although the lead is negligible at this point. There's still a good amount of firepower for Omega right now.
Yep, especially with the damage heroes on both sides, like 2 damage dealers, both on Omega and Falcons APBREN. At some point, this gold lead is not going to matter anymore because they're locked on the items that they need. They have the Malefic Roar, 2 Malefic Roars, by the way, on both sides. It's all about the execution and it's all about the engage right now.
Trying to deny this purple. This is going to be really tricky. Taking out Andoryu, got bursted out into oblivion. Ryoda up on front, flapped easy with a beautiful penalty zone. I think that would be all she wrote here.
Yeah, that's it. I think that's it.
Unless Jome can make a miracle happen, but unlikely, and gonna get whittled down as well by that Hayabusa.
And Smart Omega, after an amazing game number 1, looking like they're about to fall on game number 2. They still have towers to defend, but there's 2 waves coming in mid and bot. And FCAP, they're still very much healthy.
Yeah, Rio has to choose one. Maybe go for it. Drug armor out, immortality as well.
The hold?
For some reason, he buys some time. And he's still alive.
All right, never mind. They're not gonna fall yet. Just yet. As Falcons APBREN, they did take mid lane tower, but Smart Omega was able to defend, but now they're rushing this floor. They know. Andori's not gonna be able to catch up.
There's just no way, right? No way he's gonna be able to do anything here.
Almost!
He almost made it, but he's gonna pay for it with his life. Nice attempt here by Omega.
Oh my god, that was so close.
He was in retreat
range.
That could have happened.
That could have happened indeed.
Split second. All right, Omega. They're not quite out yet, but this is definitely going to be uphill.
I mean, Andori's out for the next 25 seconds, but I don't think FCAP has enough time to, utilize that unless they fully commit. Go for the suicide and let Super Marco deal with the base.
Let's see. Right now, they do have great wave clear, but that's only going to happen, but save them for just a few more moments.
10 seconds.
Here comes the lure.
5 seconds on Andoryu.
Okay, Ukir is the target of Ogwen, running straight into the Aurora, but he already unleashed the ultimate here. Jumping in, great damage from Super Marco.
Base lock
is still alive. Base is going to get locked for sure, and there goes the win. And we got a game number 3 series once more in our hands.